Good afternoon, and welcome to the Athena graduation and to honor the class of 2019. Please listen to the following announcements regarding safety protocols.
Welcome to the Greece Central Performing Arts Center. Please take a moment to locate the closest fire exit near you. All exits are clearly marked and located at the rear and sides of the auditorium. In the event of an emergency, an alarm may sound or instructions will be provided to you. Proceed quickly and carefully to the nearest exit and leave the building. There is to be no standing in the aisles, doorways, or stairwells. All audience members in the auditorium must be seated. At this time, please silence your mobile devices and be advised that the use of artificial noisemakers is strictly prohibited. Please remain standing until all members of the procession have been seated on stage. Thank you.
Now, as I, principal here at Greece Athena High School, I would like to join you, or ask you to join me in welcoming the class of 2019. Please stand for the processional and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem. I think we're all being stood up. It's like a bad blind date. They'll be here, I promise.
They're coming.
Here they are. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Greece Athena's class of 2019. What you just saw was a classic case of senioritis and the last time our students will be late. Before we honor our nation's flag, I would ask that all of those who have served in our armed forces to please stand and be recognized. We are truly thankful for your work in protecting our freedom. You're already standing, so a round of applause for all of our military. Now, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem. To lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please welcome Quinn Ewell.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the 2019 graduates of the Athena Music Department will perform our national anthem together under the direction of Miss Catherine Dyer and Mr. Brian King.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare
Good afternoon. My name is Dave Richardson, principal here at Greece Athena High School. On behalf of our entire staff, we congratulate the graduates, their families, and friends on this accomplishment. Before we begin, it is important to review a few reminders that will help us in conducting a meaningful ceremony. Please make sure your cell phones are on silent or vibrate. The use of noise-making devices is also prohibited. And we also ask that you honor our students by acting in a dignified manner throughout the ceremony. At this time, it is also my privilege to introduce several guests joining us here on stage. First, Ms. Kathy Groutman, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Kathy Colicchio, Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Schools. Mr. Mike Zaffitz, Assistant Superintendent for Accountability. Mr. Larry Friesa is our commencement speaker. Larry. Ms. Terry Malore, Board of Education. And Dr. Sharita Treywick, Board of Education. Welcome, and thank you for being here. I'd also like to take an opportunity to thank a few people who have worked tirelessly to make this afternoon's event possible. Ms. Ficarella and Mr. Hoffman, my assistant principals. Ms. Palermo, Ms. Hugh, and Ms. Bauer, our secretaries, and our class advisors, Mr. Walther and Mr. Hilton, along with our senior class counselors, Ms. Lake and Ms. Ballard. Please give them a warm thank you. And now, please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Kathy Groutman, who will make a few remarks.
Good afternoon. Let me try it again. Good afternoon. All right, I know you're out there. So let me just start by saying I'm truly honored to share this special day with you and to welcome parents, extended family members, and friends to the Greece Athena commencement ceremony. I also want to thank all of our teachers, staff members, school leaders, and Board of Education members for their service to our schools and community. Each person in this gorgeous auditorium should feel proud because you've contributed in some way to one of these students crossing the stage. Before I get started with my formal remarks, I have to stop and just talk for a quick minute about age. So I don't know, I think there's a few people in the audience that are around my age, actually many who I went to high school with. I know there's a few out there. But people tend to think about age as a bad thing or getting older as a bad thing. And it occurred to me, particularly this weekend, about what a good thing it is, at least for me. Because I've had the privilege, because of my age, to know many of you for a very long time, close to 20 years. I've had the privilege of welcoming many of these students to kindergarten or pre-K. I've had the privilege of watching them through many, many years of growth through elementary school, middle school, and now to the point where they're graduating. So for me, when I think about just age and taking a minute to reflect, I couldn't be more proud and privileged to be in front of you today, to call many of you my friends, and to share this excitement and this great day with you. So thank you for that. So each year on opening day, I choose a theme for staff. We all gather here, the entire staff for the school district, and the theme really helps to anchor us for the year. So this year, my theme was the power of story. I chose this because stories connect us, stories humanize us, and stories give us history. So some of you may know that my father passed away this spring. He was an incredibly smart and special man, and I would be remiss if I didn't share some of his story or my family's story with you today. And I know that class of 2019 behind me, that there are some things that you can learn from even my dad. So let me start just by talking a little bit about him and sharing a few stories. My dad was a magical man. I know this because I witnessed his magic. As little kids, my brother and sister and I would pour into an old green station wagon detailed with beautiful wood paneling on the side. And we did this because we loved to go for car rides with him. So unlike what kids do today, phones, everything else, we enjoyed going for a car ride. So we'd come to this long stretch on Mount Read Boulevard that went on for miles, or so it seemed to us. And on occasion, my dad would announce that he was pressing the button. So I'm sure that makes you wonder. Well, he had told us that he had a special button installed under the dash that would turn all the traffic lights to green. So as little kids, we would immediately, like we were all in, we would immediately start chanting, "Do it, do it." And of course, he would promptly press under the dash. And of course, we would not hit one red light all the way down Mount Reed to Ladder Road. It was pure magic. My dad also taught me that family comes first. Family was the backbone of his life, and he showed this in his words and action. He preached, "We love unconditionally. We accept our flaws, and we all have them. We are always there for one another, always, no matter what, period." This has been tested in some of our greatest celebrations, some of our greatest struggles as a family, and some of our most tragic losses. But my dad remained steadfast, always steadfast with his actions and words, family first. My dad was always also a great friend. Loyal as the day is long and generous as they come, but most of all, he sought to console more than to be consoled and to understand more than to be understood. He really knew how to listen, and that is why people gravitated to him. He didn't have many regrets in life, and actually before he died, he told me that. The one that he said he did have was that he always had wanted to be a teacher. And I've said this at every graduation, I'm living proof that he was a teacher. Graduates, my 2019 graduates here, this can be an exciting time for you, it can be a scary time for you. Whether you are going to college, whether you are entering the workforce, all of you are encountering great change, which can be scary. It's traditionally a time when a lot of people want to give you a ton of advice. I hope that you can take a few lessons from my dad or advice from my dad as you go forward. So let me summarize. 1, be magical. Be hopeful, have fun. Life is too short to be too serious. Make sure that you dream big. Number 2, put your family first and love unconditionally. And number 3, be a great friend and practice this with your words and actions every day. These are simple and basic, but can be profound and have a huge impact on your life. And most of all from me, be you. You are incredible beings right here. You have shown this through your entire time here in Greece. Be the greatest version of yourself. Be the kind, compassionate, open-minded, and giving people that I know you are. Know that you are not perfect, but also know that you have plenty of time to figure that out and figure out this enormous thing called life. And know and have confidence that you will go on to do great things. I know I have that confidence. Class of 2019, from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the Greece Central School District family, I extend my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you for a job well done. I wish you nothing but happiness and great success always. Congratulations.
Our first speaker will be attending Nazareth College, majoring in psychology and biology. Please welcome Trinity Martin.
Roller coasters. Some people hate them and others love them. There are even some who learn to love them. The scariest part of every roller coaster is the drop. The anticipation of the plunge into the unknown, terrifying some while simultaneously thrilling others. After 4 years of looping and twisting through high school, we have finally reached the peak. Our hearts are beating wildly as we struggle to catch our breaths for a short moment before plummeting into the unknowns of life. Greece Athena was our ascent up the track, with pep rallies, proms, and balls, even with little things like 522 day and who can forget half days. It also saw many of us grow, watched us enter with friends and insecurities, some of which we may still have, but for others of us, it introduced us to new friends, new ideas, and to new experiences we never imagined we would have. Some of us hermits blossomed into social butterflies, while a few butterflies may have turned into hermits. The kid who tried to blend in with the crowd became the all-star player on the team and the quiet kids stepped forward as leaders in their own right. The ride wasn't always smooth, though, with rattling twists and turns that saw us through some strenuous times, whether it was friendships derailing, struggles during a certain year, or not making the championships. They were all part of the ride. Rather than breaking us, though, these times brought us closer together. They united us as one. Knowing that, I'll leave with this. Walking across this stage does not mean we are done. It means we are just beginning. We don't know what life has in store for us. Maybe it will be like high school, a never-ending roller coaster ride that we can never get off of. We can, however, choose to settle with whatever circumstances life presents us with, watching blindly, paralyzed by fear as life passes us by, the roller coaster racing along the track. Or we can learn to appreciate the beauty of the ride, no matter how twisted it may be, by pushing ourselves to do whatever things we never thought possible, by challenging the status quo, and by making the most of whatever circumstances life throws at us. The choice is ours.
Well done. Thank you, Trinity. Our next student speaker will be attending the University of Kansas, majoring in journalism and political science. Please welcome Evan Anderson to share some thoughts with us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and the fellow graduates. Oh man, last time I was at a graduation ceremony, I think I was in preschool and I nearly peed my pants on stage. But I think this time I'm all good. But just as a precaution, I came prepared. As I look out into the crowd today, I see many familiar faces. I also see many faces, some of whom I am unfamiliar with, both on and off the stage. Graduates, I'm not sure if you all know me, but my name is Evan Anderson, and we went to high school together. Before I begin, I would like to ask everyone to please stand up, whoever's able to. Graduates. Now, take a small step to your left. Take a small step to your right. Okay, now sit back down. Now that we did that, no matter however the rest of the speech goes, at least at the end, you can all say you're moved by it. Graduates, I think we can all agree, we have not been the most inclusive class to graduate from Athena, but as the days left of high school dwindled down, we have all become less divisive and more united as one graduating class. Take a look around at the people next to you and see the faces of your fellow classmates who are sitting right there. Maybe you have spoken to them before, maybe you haven't said a word, but I know one thing is for sure, and that is that you know each other. I know something else is for sure, and that is today, we are all equal. Right now, we are all wearing the same caps, we are all wearing the same gowns, we are all preparing to walk across the same stage, we are all Trojans, and though our paths ahead may be different, we will all have access to the same limitless opportunities and experiences in our futures. So today, we are indeed equal. Many people say today is the day we start our journey, but I don't agree with that. To me, the journey began a long time ago. Today just happens to be the day where the road we've all been walking down together on splits into our own individual, unique roads. Up until now, we have been a united team walking as one. I know that some of the graduates sitting here on stage have been preparing for this day since you got your college acceptance letter. Some have also just realized on the way here in the car that today's the day, and others have been ready since the first day of school, freshman year. Wherever you may stand, today is indeed a bittersweet day for us all. Many of us have belonged to this Greece Central School District since we started kindergarten 13 years ago, and I would like to take us back to that date, September 7th, 2006, if I did the math right. This was the first day of school and the commencement of our journey. Many of the same grandparents, mothers, fathers, family members, and friends sitting right in front of us in this very audience today were the ones who 13 years ago walked us to our first bus stop. As we sat in school on that September day, playing icebreaker games, getting to know our new classmates, pharmacies and Walmarts across town were developing pictures of our cute little and sometimes pudgy faces. But dimples and all, for 6 years after the first day of school, we were living our life carefree, with events like the Halloween parade, endless field days, and school book fairs where we only bought the books that came with the cool toys and accessories. Remember when our third grade teacher said we couldn't use a calculator in math because no one in the real world would ever carry one around in their pocket? Look where we are now. Also, that same teacher told us never to talk to strangers or enter a car with one, but now this same pocket calculator has a special button to summon a stranger for that exact reason, to have us enter their vehicle and drive off with us inside. And just like that, the Uber Corporation prospered. My point is that change is inevitable, and in the coming weeks and months, we are going to go through more change than we have ever endured. And no, not those types of physical changes again, and thank gosh for that. Now on our journey, we stand at the coming of 11 roads becoming one, 11 Greece elementary schools becoming one, the Athena middle school years. I think I can speak for everyone when I say these are probably the most 3 awkward years of our lives. Yep. With that being said, I would like to thank each teacher, principal, coach, director, and every other person who took the time out of their lives to open the doors of this new chapter for us. Each hour we put into our studies, these people put in 10. Thank you for making such a significant and unique impact on all of our lives, even at times, even always, without working air conditioning. At this time, before I continue, I would like to pause and recognize a truly remarkable woman who has made an impact on all students here in the Greece community in the Greece Central School District. Her work day in and day out is student-oriented. We students could be not more thankful for her work the past 5 years as our superintendent. On behalf of the Athena, Olympia, Arcadia, and Odyssey classes of 2019, since we are the last Greece school to graduate today, I would like to offer our sincerest thank you and never-ending amount of gratitude to our amazing superintendent, Mrs. Kathleen Grutman, for all she has done. She is a truly remarkable woman. She has made an impact on much more than just community, and she is truly a champion for all our children, so thank you. Now, there are 9 years behind us on the road into which we have traveled, and we have reached another significant milestone. We made history during this chapter. We see it each day as we walk the halls and scroll through Mr. Richardson's Twitter account. You see the achievements of sports in the trophy cases, on the record boards, and in the local paper. You hear musicians practicing each afternoon and award-winning musical productions presented every winter. You also see the academic achievements through the dedication and hard work of students in the classrooms day in and day out here at 800 Long Pond Road. Everyone sitting on the stage should be proud of what they have achieved, and these years have been nothing less than a success. But it was not easy though, but now here we are. Soon enough, most of us will be on our own, and we will be forced to answer questions like, who am I? Who do I want to become? Is this week-old bowl of ramen noodles safe to eat? Eventually, we will all have to identify with who we are as members of society and do more things independently, like our own laundry, because if we cannot learn to do something like that on our own, most of our time and most of our money will be spent at Walmart picking up new Fruit of the Loom value packs each week. So now the road we've been walking on brings us to today, June 29th, 2019. This is the part of our journey where we stop for a moment and reflect on all that's been accomplished. What we have done together over the past few years is truly wonderful. We stuck together and we grew together, as cliche as that may be. But I have faith in each one of the people sitting on the stage that no matter which road you all travel, you will make it your own and you will succeed. Our Trojan commencement today should serve as a launching point, projecting us to be tomorrow's CEOs, teachers, actors, star athletes, medical professionals, entrepreneurs, members of law enforcement, electricians, and maybe in one of us as the future President of the United States. I once read something in an article, and I would like to share it today. Graduates, as you take off your caps and gowns you're wearing and take your tassels and diplomas home, remember this. The diploma which you're about to be handed is your insurance policy, with the premium paid in full by your hard work over the past 12 years. The value of the policy in which you're about to be handed depends on how much effort you put into your education and what you do with it as you go on. Not only should you use it, but you should take advantage of it, because in today's world, rarely is something this good ever free. Your diploma you're about to be handed also represents a public education system that ensures all young people in the Greece District and across our nation have access to the same experiences that have shaped us. A world-class education, or, at the very least, a world-class ability to fill in little bubbles labeled A through D. Today, we'll be entering the famed real world, armed and adequately prepared with knowledge attained the past 12 years to help us prepare for this moment. Knowledge like analyzing 18th century poetry, examining polynomials, or even locating the nucleus of a cell, you know, stuff adults do in their everyday lives. Enhancing our intelligence in building a better you is the first step in building a better America. Many Americans today feel our country stands at a crossroads. It may seem now as though we may be, in some people's eyes, a nation out of control, but I do not see that. What I happen to see is a young country that has yet to awaken to our fullest potential. We as young Americans have a great deal of pride. We hold our heads up high, we cherish our democracy, our principles, and our flag. When we say the Pledge of Allegiance each day, we place our hand over our heart, symbolizing our love for this country. It's the class of 2019's time to step up as leaders and heal the strife between the people of this country and truly embody our country's great name, the United States of America. Many of us sitting on stage today will grow up, get a job, get married, and possibly have kids. We can be some of the luckiest people in the world and have the chance to live the American dream if we choose it. But it will not be without hard work and commitment to not only ourselves, but to others around us too. This is my vision for our future, and I have great hope that we all deep down hold somewhat of the same vision for the future, for our future of America, our country forever filled with hope that will survive the coming storms with resilience. We, after all, are the land of the free and the home of the... So in closing, my dearest friends, what comes next? I am sure many graduates sitting right here on the stage, probably while I was talking, have already marked today's occasion by posting cliche cap and gown photos on Instagram with a corny caption of lyrics that came from a random 21 Savage song. That's okay. But in all seriousness, ahead of us stands life. Ahead of us stands our futures, the people we are to meet, and the places we are to go. Also the people we are to love and the families we may create. Ahead of us stands our bright, bright futures. Futures so bright I feel the need to put on sunglasses right now at the end of my speech. But ahead of us stands life, and let's live it. Congratulations again to each of you, and may we all succeed in the years ahead. And always remember, the world is your oyster, and those with shellfish allergies should be very afraid. Finally, I'll leave you all with this. In the words of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th president of these great United States in which we live, and I quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Thank you, and God bless the future of America.
Thank you, Evan. As this year's commencement speaker, our graduates have chosen a teacher with passion for helping all students succeed. He is one of our social studies teachers here and is a teacher who has gained the respect and admiration of both students and staff. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Larry Friesa.
Good afternoon, everyone. How about another round of applause for our two student speakers? They did a great job. I'm extremely honored to be standing in front of you addressing the class of 2019. There are so many exceptional teachers at Athena High, and never in my wildest dreams would I ever have expected such an honor. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. You, the class of 2019, are almost ready to turn those tassels. The question still remains, what is next? Some of you go to college, join the workforce, or join the armed forces. There are so many different paths, twists, and turns, and obstacles along the way to life's pursuit of happiness. Once you leave here today, the journey begins. Are you ready? Parents, sorry for doing this, but I'm going to steal your kids for a few moments and be their dad. After all, they keep voting me as class dad each year, so I guess I might fill those shoes for once. Don't worry, parents, I'll give them back. I can't afford my own 3 kids, let alone another 246. Class of 2019, here are the top 5 keys to success after graduation from high school, which is going to happen very shortly. So listen up. Rule number 5, every day is an interview. There are so many things that change over time. Some of life's simple pleasures that change over time include fashion, music, restaurants, technology, and politics. You know what never changes over time? People's perception of you. Here are a few tips to ensure that your daily interview is impressive to others. 1, when you meet someone for the first time, look at them in the eyes and with a firm handshake say, "Nice to meet you," or "Thank you." 2, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. 3, getting to work or class early so you are never late. 4, not leaving the classroom, practice field, or work at your first opportunity if you're not getting the best out of yourself. Never underestimate the value of hard work. 5, listening is way better than talking. 6, the most important conversation in the world is the one you are currently in at the moment. Class of 2019, remember, every day is an interview. When you least expect it, you will be rewarded for putting your best foot forward. Rule number 4, the world isn't in books, it's out there. I got this quote from the movie Lord of the Rings when Gandalf was talking to Frodo. Frodo was contemplating on going on an adventure, and Gandalf gave him this sage advice. We may need to update it and have it say, "The world isn't on your cell phone, it's out there." What does it mean? Here's what I think. I think you need to find your own adventure. You get this time in your life only once, so take advantage of it. A new career opportunity, moving, a trip somewhere exotic, an internship, going to serve the community of a third world nation, going on a spiritual mission, going to grad school, and so much more. Here are bad reasons to not go on your adventure. I can't afford it. I'm nervous and don't want to leave the family or significant other. I have responsibilities. Class of 2019, the world is out there, it's not in books. The best investment, as I have found, is in yourself. Your family wants you to do everything they couldn't do when they were your age. Your responsibilities will be there when you return. Go on your adventures and send us at Athena an email or postcard letting us know how it went. Rule number 3, find happiness. There are 3 parts to being happy in life. The first is staying positive. Surround yourself with positive people and approach life's obstacles with a positive attitude. If you think you can, you'll always be right. If you think you can't, well, then you'll be right too. The second is an engagement in a thing called flow. Flow is this idea that time stops when you're doing something you enjoy. Go find your flow by getting yourself in a profession or calling that you truly enjoy. Don't settle for a career that pays well, gives you power, or maybe gives you prestige without enjoying it. The third is finding meaning. Try to serve something that is greater than you. The act of being selfless is way more gratifying than being selfish. So class of 2019, seek happiness by staying positive, creating your flow, and finding your meaning. I'm happy to report that I work at a school and profession where I actually enjoy Mondays. Time always flies by, and when a student thanks me, it is all the meaning that I need. You can find this too. Rule number 2, failure is the best teacher. Remember rule number 3, and staying positive will help you lead to happiness? Same thing applies here. Whenever we stumble, we learn. Whenever something goes wrong, they are teachable moments. You will fail, so you need to accept this. There is a difference between being okay with failure and doing something about it. In talking with a friend recently, they said that you want to find a career that is 70% comfortable and 30% uncomfortable. With this 30%, you are taking risks, putting yourself out there, and most importantly, you are being challenged. Being defeated is a mindset, not a lifestyle. Here are some friendly tips for this that I've learned about combating life's failures. 1, you only hit the ball when you swing. 2, relationships are what you put in and not what you get out. Relationships fail when you put yourself always first. 3, control with what you can control. 4, ask for help if you need it. This is not a mark of a weak person. It's truly the opposite. A strong person asks for help when they think they need it. Class of 2019, do not like failure, but accept it will be part of your life and learn from it. Some of the greatest innovators, entrepreneurs, athletes, and scholars will all tell you the same. And lastly, rule number 1, be nice. Many of you hear me say this when you leave my classroom. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. I didn't create this. I got this from a local morning show personality many, many years ago. We need more people in the world to be nice to each other. We need to treat others and yourself with respect. If you do this, you will be respected and people will follow you. You will be able to disagree with someone with dignity. You will be able to foster relationships for a very long time. There is no greater honor than being that of a peacemaker. So these are the 5 rules that I am sharing with you, because these are the 5 rules that I try to live my life by. Now, parents, I'm going to give your kids back. Class of 2019, when you leave your parents on your adventures, when you're off seeking your flow, or simply contemplating these 5 rules, always know that your parents are your greatest natural resource. You have a wealth of expertise and knowledge in your own home that will always help you navigate through life's twists and turns. Your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and other important people in your life are extremely proud of you. Just remember, when you leave here, it is never goodbye. You may stay in Greece, you may be in the next city, or in the case of Nick and Quinn, you may be across the world defending our freedom. Always remember at Athena High and your families are with you each and every step. Now remember your Athena Dad's 5 rules and listen to your family. Be sure to visit us at Athena and check in when you can. Again, thank you for this honor and gift to speak before you. I leave you with a little poem that is on my wall at home. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again. Thank you, class of 2019.
Thank you, Mr. Friesa. The seniors on stage this afternoon are about to close the chapter titled High School in their book on life. They have shown grit and determination, are successful, as well as happy and excited. They are also looking ahead and feeling nervous, anxious, excited, and hopeful with what lies ahead of them and what the next chapter in their life will bring. Allow me to share with you where these seniors will be beginning the next chapter of their lives. Seniors, when your next chapter is called, please stand. Alfred University. There's 2 of you. Stand up. Stay standing. Allegheny College. Austin P. Bowling Green. Bryant and Stratton. Buff State. Canisius College. Central Arizona. Clarkson University. Coastal Carolina Community College. Coastal Carolina University. Davidson County Community College. Duquesne University. Erie Community College. Finger Lakes Community College. Franklin and Marshall. Genesee Community College. High Point University. Hilbert College. Hobart and William Smith. Hocking College. Hofstra. Houghton. Hudson Valley Community College. Ithaca. Kaiser. MCC. Nazareth. Niagara County Community College. Niagara University. North Carolina A&T, or A&T State University. Notre Dame. Ohio Wesleyan. Oregon State and ROTC. Penn State. RIT, Roberts Wesleyan. Sage College, Slippery Rock. St. Bonaventure, St. John Fisher. St. Petersburg, SUNY Alfred State, SUNY Brockport, SUNY Cortland, SUNY Geneseo, SUNY Morrisville, SUNY Oswego, SUNY Polytechnic Institute, SUNY Stony Brook, Syracuse, Ohio State, Tompkins Cortland Community College. Going into trade schools, transition program. Our students going to Elcott Road, Tufts University. Some of you are undecided, and that's okay. Please stand. University of Buffalo. University of Kansas. U of R. University of Tampa, West Virginia, and straight to the workforce. If I did my homework correctly, everyone should be standing. In a total, we have 38 workforce, 76 two-year state schools, 28 four-year state schools, 62 four-year private state schools, 2 two-year out-of-state schools, 21 four-year out-of-state schools, 2 going into the armed forces, 7 into trade schools, 3 are undecided, although many of you stood when I said undecided, and 4 going into the transition program here at Greece. Some of you out there may not recognize some of these colleges, as today's students have so many more opportunities to choose from than what we had. I am proud that these seniors will be spreading Trojan pride throughout the country this fall. Class of 2019, you have reached a major milestone in your lives. But you also know the journey continues. Life is full of challenges and opportunities. You will face tough decisions, forks in the road, roadblocks, and obstacles preventing you from being successful. You never know what opportunities may arise or who you might meet to support your journey. The key is to stay the course, be committed, embrace the supports you are provided, and be resilient. It's been a privilege and honor to have been your principal, and I wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life. Congratulations, class of 19. To the Board of Ed and Superintendent Groutman, I present to you the class of 2019 for Greece Athena High School. To Vice President Terry Malore, I present to you representative of the Greece Central School District Board of Education, the class of 2019 of Greece Athena High School of the Greece Central School District. This class has satisfactorily met all the requirements set forth by the State of New York, Department of Education, and the Greece Central School District's Board of Education, and I recommend to you that they be awarded diplomas.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the Board of Education of the Greece Central School District, I authorize the awarding of diplomas to this graduating class of 2019 of Greece Athena High School.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jennifer Ficarella. I'm one of the assistant principals here today, and I am very honored to begin by calling our graduates to receive their diploma. Trinity Martin. Evan Anderson. Ryan Herbert. Shatia Holly. Zachary Kenna. Nazir West. Ryan Allen. Anthony Alonsi. Leah Altieri. Megan Anderson. Haneen Ashkar. Christopher Austin. Dominic Baccaro. Alessandro Baker. Jason Baki. Aaron Bauer. Madison Baxter. Madison Beckman. Hamza Belsain. Brooke Billetier. Brandon Blakely. Bella Boffa. Brian Borer. Joshua Boyley. Anthony Bonacci. Daniel Boyuk. Aaliyah Breedlove. Isaiah Brock. Sophia Bruno. Kate Buckley. Brendan Burke. Emma Burke. Ryan Burns. Amanda Cahill. Jose Camacho. Colin Campbell. Andrew Carfley. Alexis Carroll. Khalil Carter. Sadie Coachman. Madison Costa. Nathan Courtwright. John Culata. Gisela Daw. Anthony Dowd. Jillian Davis. Mayana Davis. Kayla DeJesus. I'm just going to say this one more time. Kayla DeJesus. On the flash, they got to come out. Jordan Derleth. Danielle Devos. Logan Devos. Tiffany DeCenzo. Kaulechi Dimba. Caitlin Deneen. Anthony DeRizio. Andrew Doan. Patrick Donlin. Najee Doyle. Natalia Duncan. Okay. Caitlin Dernberg. Samantha Earl. Shane Elliott. Mary Encarnacion. Jacob English. Andrea Ernstberger. Madison Evans. Liam Ewell. Quinn Ewell. Destiny Fernandez. Hallie Firmstone. Alexander Fisher. Bailey Fitch. Tyler Flanagan. Paul Forte. Christian Fry. Sarah Gartner. Leanza Jabot. Adelie Gonzalez. Angelina Goodrow. Leah Grabowski. Annalise Greider. Joshua Gragnoli. Julia Harder. Tyler Hartman. Isaiah Harvey. Jamie Lynn Hayes. Alec Hefke. Nolan Helm. Garrett Henry. Catherine Holtzmacher. Malik Hossein. Wanaya Hudson. Anthony Hudzinski. Just gonna wait a minute. I was just waiting. Eric, I wanted to give you your time. Eric Hurley. Callie Ayachetta. Tanel Jackson. Madison Jaworski. Brandon Jensen. Shalea Johnson. It's okay, honey. Latrell Johnson. Chad Johnston. Charles Kamara. Tajmir Kurse. Michael King. Madeline Kinsella. Elena Costco. Eli Kretschmer. Allison LaFranca. Abigail Labe. Ryan Lane. Andrew Latona. Adam Lawrence. Allison LaFaber. Caitlin Leo. Janasia Lewis. Aaron Leyendecker. Julia Lianthopa. Zachary Lippens. Johnny Lopez. Corinne Lott.
Jocelyn Mott. Victoria Mayo. Francine Makuza. Andres Maldonado. Nicholas Maldonado. Kaylee Marciano. Teresa Martin. Carly Masucci. Clifton Mayers, Jr. Colin McCaffrey. Brittany McCarthy. Nadia McCraw. Dylan McDermott. Cameron McGrain. Alexander McGrath. Devin McMichael. Aiden McMurray. Zachary Melanson. Molly Myers. Lorson Miller. David Mankiewicz. Armanda Mergay. Robert Mitchell, Jr. Adriana Morris. Adrian Murphy. Israel Mutak. Alyssa Nero. Gianna Newton. Jillian Niven. Jorge Oropeza III. Alessandra Ortiz. Alara Oscom. Gianna Palumbo. Olivia Palvino. Isabella Pandolfo. Samantha Paris. Haley Parkinson. Jeremy Penna. Brian Pendar. Cassidy Pastel. Jacob Peterson. Jared Pignato. Mitchell Pina. Sergey Popolovsky. Brianna Porterfield. Olivia Pratt. Spencer Price. Taylor Pulver. Natalie Ramos. Kelvin Reeves. Ryan Reed. Morgan Reno. Alexis Rideout. Cameron Riola. Justin Rivatuso. Brandon Rogers. Trenton Rogers Owens. Katharina Romane. Giovanni Rosario. Michael Rose. Jason Russell. Emily Ryan. Michael Salamone. Jonathan Salone. Anthony Sanchez. Natalie Santana. Elijah Santiago. Frank Seraniro. Sabrina Sarkis. Elijah Skamaka. Amber Shermer. Lauren Schlafer. Dylan Schmidt. Kurt Schultz. Brian Scott. Shema Shabna. China Sharp. Danielle Sieper. Marie Sims. Jakub Simsek. Jade Sinopoli. Pepsi Siotum. Sarah Skabisky. Kiara Slaughter. Brandon Smith. Diamir Smith. Melanie Sosa. Jose Soto. Nicole Spence. Zaire St. Pierre. Taylor Stark. Ellie Staub. Tyler Stevenson. Joseph Stone. Alexandra Switzer. Charles Takach. Isabella Tellini. Andrew Teal. Tamara Testman. Jasmina Trampevsky. Cameron Trick. Olivia Trulson. Emily Tudor. Benjamin Tuttle. Ayana Twomley. Gabrielle Votzik. Travis Vascunis. Brandon Veneran. Gabriella Vermeer. Caitlin Voyer. Matthew Walters. Jacob Wamser. Shane Wend. Skylar Whipple. Alyssa Williams. Robert Williams. Jeffrey Williams, Jr. Peyton Wolcott. Mariah Wood. Sierra Wood Beckwith. Jacob Zielinski.
Graduates, I ask that you please stand, and I'd like to invite Jake Zielinski to lead the classmates in the traditional moving of tassels to symbolize successful attainment of high school diploma. Jake.
The moving of the tassel represents the completion of our graduation ceremony. Please join us in the traditional moving of the tassel. Please move from the right to the left.
And now for our closing remarks, please welcome Ms. Jennifer Ficarella, Assistant Principal.
Good afternoon again. Just a couple brief moments here, graduates. I've had the pleasure of knowing most of today's graduates since 6th grade. What typically happens for me around this time of the year is having flashbacks of certain experiences with our graduates, both past and present. For example, 6th grade orientation. Very exciting stuff until the panic sets in, having to master opening your locker by the first day of school. And the struggle I saw with parents wrestling with the locker mates, but somehow it all came together. The 8th grade brought the annual trip to DC, buses all lined up, parents waving goodbye in the horizon, and staff clutching the DC itinerary in one hand and a bottle of Tums in the other. But somehow it all came together. As I observed the class of 2019 sitting in 9th grade orientation, I couldn't have been more proud to see them again. Each of them embraced what high school had to offer: the rigorous coursework opportunities, athletics, our vocal and instrumental programs, robotics, NHS, clubs from A to Z, and so much more. You made your experiences happen. You put the hard work in and balanced your crazy schedules, but somehow it all comes together. High school is both Trinity and Evan captured. Push yourselves to do things you never thought possible. Challenge the status quo. And our Trojan commencement today should reflect and serve as a launching point, projecting you to be tomorrow's CEOs, teachers, actors, star athletes, medical professionals, entrepreneurs, law enforcement, military, electricians, or just maybe the future President of the United States. So graduates of 2019, all of your hard work, it all came together. Go find your flow. Congratulations.
Parents and family members, if you're wondering where your students are going, if they're exiting out this side, it's the Long Pond side is where you can find your children. If your students are exiting out to my left, your right, they will be at the entrance of the school in the back.